All right, what up, Nerd Squad? Thanks for stopping back in today. I got another no bullshit assessment for you. Got a kind of different one for you today. I got my man Ghost in studio. He is the host of the new and upcoming YouTube channel, Ghost Arcade. Going to be doing a lot of stuff, vintage gaming, some gameplay, some tutorials, all kinds of shit. So we're going to dive into that stuff. If you guys listened back to the early days of the podcast, you will remember hearing his voice. He used to join me on some of the episodes, so it's super cool to have him in studio and get his take and also his no bullshit assessment on Batman. We're about 2 weeks out now or so, week and a half since Batman came out. Got a chance to go check it out. And as you guys know on the channel, I have really been hard on DC. DC has let me down at every single turn pretty much, except for their animated stuff. So going into this, I was really, really optimistic. I did reviews on some of the trailers and stuff like that, and I thought they looked pretty cool, so I was really excited for it. I was getting pretty pumped for it. So we got a chance to go see it obviously last week, and did it live up to the hype? Reader, what do you think?
Yeah, man. Kind of like how we talked about, man, right after the movie. Especially for me personally, man, the Christian Bale trilogy, man, I think it's going to be hard to top that, and especially even the Michael Keaton, the first two of Michael Keaton Batmans. Man, it's hard to top those. But if I would have seen this movie before the Christian Bale movies, I'd have been okay with it. Right now, I'm just like,
right,
still on the fence with it.
Right. And this thing was 3 hours long, man. That was the kind of the hard thing too. Is I'm sitting here thinking, in 3 hours, man, we better get something just monumental, you know what I mean? And I don't feel like it delivered. I do not feel like it built up into something that was, you know, really over the top and really was like, holy shit, this was incredible. I'm so excited for where it's going and how they're going to progress, you know, like we were saying, maybe a trilogy out of this potentially or whatnot. But I felt like 3 hours and I kind of was just waiting and waiting and waiting. And then the movie was over. Yeah. And, you know, so I don't know, man. Like, I thought the characters were okay. I'm not fully bought off on the character, on the actor as Batman. I don't know. Catwoman, I was cool with Catwoman, but I will say who I feel like stole the show in this was Penguin, though. And I actually created, I don't know if you heard this, but I heard this the other day that HBO Max is thinking of doing a spin-off show or series based on his character.
Really, man?
That's what I heard. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they should, because that was kind of the only bright spot in the movie, in my opinion. I thought... was it Colin Farrell, which I didn't even know. We ended up looking it up after because I knew it was somebody famous, but I thought he did a really good job. And I think a real dark, gritty, almost like, you know, like a crime story type series with Penguin would be sick.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, I don't know, man. I feel let down. I feel like the hype was kind of all in the trailers and stuff. I feel like most of the action was seen in the trailers. The story just didn't evolve into anything that great for me. I don't know if they were trying to just build and set up relationships. I do like the relationship that Batman had with the commissioner and kind of how, you know, the commissioner at this point wasn't really fully on board with him yet, but kind of trusted him, but still was kind of hesitant to really, you know, buy off on him or whatever. But
yeah. And Mandy, I'll be honest, brother, I'm not trying to ruin it for folks out there, man, but I'm going to straight up say this, man. So my girl brought this into the conversation that he reminded of a Key and Peele skit.
Yeah, you're right. She did say that. And then after, and I even told her, thank you for not saying that during the movie, because it would have made it that much worse. But looking back, it fully is like, I could totally see that, man. Oh, man. Totally see that as being the case. But so I was let down, man. Like I said, I feel like I'm not excited for them to move forward with this. I don't really care. I mean, I don't know who the kid is that they're hinting at as being Joker in the next one, and him laughing in the, you know, Arkham Asylum and stuff. I just, I don't know. And you know, here's the problem I have with this also, Creed, is that every time they remake Batman, we still are getting the same villains over time. Batman's got dozens and dozens and dozens of villains. Why do we keep only seeing the same ones over and over again? Yeah. You know, and I feel like we need to move away. I've said this more times than I can count. Why are they not trying to bank on and get backwards to you know, stop doing a Batman origin thing and do a Batman Beyond for the love of God, do a Batman Beyond, right? Do a live action Batman Beyond and do it right. I don't know why we keep playing with Bruce Wayne and shit. And we know that Keaton's coming back. He's playing himself in, what is it, a Batgirl or some shit that he's going to be in, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's frustrating because he would have been perfect to bring back in as the character, to bring back in as old man Bruce, who finds a young buck that he turns into the next Batman. Why are we not there yet? How has it taken all of this evolution and we're still doing Batman origin movies with different people, with the same, enemies? And it's losing me, man. And it's like, I can sit there, like I said, and I'll watch the animated stuff and I love it and I laugh my ass off and it's hilarious and it's gritty and it's honestly, some of it's kind of even adult.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is going on with this shit? How is it that their live action stuff isn't even hitting the mark? And then on top of that, I don't know if you heard this, Creed. So even at the beginning of this movie, DC releases this big, long trailer. And I think they even played it during the Super Bowl. Their whole trailer of 2022, all this cool shit coming out in 22, Black Adam, Aquaman, all that stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Well, have you also seen that like half of the movies that were slated have already been pushed back to 2023?
Son of a...
Yeah, dude. So like, well, man,
Son.
it's like what, like you're trying to hype up the year for us, and then excuse me, sorry, next year. Man. It's like, how am I supposed to stay on board with this stuff when it just is like, it's so inconsistent. I'm not hyped about any of it, man. Even the trailers for Black Adam I'm not like thrilled about. I'm not thrilled about Aquaman. I think maybe Flash.
Yeah.
Flash might be on point.
Yeah.
But again, with DC, I don't want to get my hopes too high and then just be disappointed like I constantly am.
Yeah.
But how do you take a 3-hour movie and not evolve it into something? I just don't get it, man. I didn't feel like, beyond a little bit of character development, I just didn't feel like it went anywhere. I don't feel like it's leading to the next one.
Yeah, man. I'm curious to see, especially when the next one comes out, of just how much of a better movie it possibly could be, especially kind of like how I've told you, man. I've been a little skeptical, maybe the right word, especially with all the movies that came out around this time. Of course, just because of when COVID hit, I know that affected everybody differently,
right?
Even in the movie industry. Of course, they're human too. Just how it affected them.
For sure. Yeah.
Honestly. Mandy, I don't mean to change the subject with movies, man, but the only movie I feel that didn't really get affected, of course, like I guess a couple, was Dune.
Right.
I thought Dune was really good during this time.
For sure.
And Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I thought those were fantastic.
Yeah.
And I still feel like, though, we got to be at least somewhat far enough away from the initial hit that COVID had on the film industry.
Yeah.
That in my opinion, Creed, this movie that's unacceptable.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and
I've seen a lot of people saying like, "Oh, this was so good," and it took me 3 or 4 times of watching it before I really truly liked it. Like, I'm not gonna watch this again. This might even be if it's on TV, I might probably change it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Do
Yep.
okay.
Yeah. It didn't resonate deep enough with me for it to be one that I'm gonna go back to repeatedly. Yeah, my hope is that, I do hope they do the Penguin thing. If they do the Penguin thing, like, I think that will be legit.
Yeah.
But this didn't do it for me, man. And again, to maybe as dumb as I am when it comes to good cinema, I fully understand the artistic value of this movie is definitely higher. It was deeper, it was darker, it was a little bit richer in the storyline and sense like that than you're going to see in Avengers Endgame, which is just over the top. It's got all your favorite people in it. It's super exciting. How can you not like it? It's just fanfare and fluff and fluff. And I get that this is not the movie to compare that to.
Yeah.
But for me, it's hard when I can turn the TV on and it doesn't matter if it's Iron Man 1 or Avengers Endgame or anything in between, and I'll be stuck watching it. You know what I mean? And maybe it's just because I'm stupid, but like, I'll sit there and watch all of it. If this comes on, I'm likely going to change it.
Okay.
I don't know. Just didn't, I really was, I mean, if we're doing on a scale from 1 to 10, this for me was like 3.5.
Really, dude?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't hate it. I think the thing for me was not so much, I didn't hate it. I was bored. I was just bored. Like, I felt like it was trying to like, something's got to come up. Something's got to come up. And I think what they really did as a hit to themselves was the action and the fight scenes that they had in it were awesome. But there was only 4 of them that lasted 30 seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
So like the shining parts of the movie were completely dumbed down. And I will say, and I said this to you after we left the movie, one of the things I really didn't like was how Bruce Wayne's character, when he wasn't Batman, just seemed, I don't know, just like hyper depressed. I mean, comb your hair, bud. Like, and I get it. And your girl even actually made a really good point. Was like, well, if your parents had both been murdered, you know, you'd be depressed and dark and dreary and stuff. And so,
but it's Bruce Wayne though.
But it's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. And I get that maybe they're trying to portray him as slightly younger than maybe the last few Bruce Waynes that we've seen. You know, maybe as a mid-20s, just kind of figure out his role in the city and fighting crime, and is he the good guy or is he the bad guy? Which that was the beginning of the movie was probably the highlight for me, was that we didn't really know how the city felt about him. I liked the idea of Batman being very, very close to teetering on that line of good guy and bad guy.
Man, exactly what the Christian Bale series did as well, man.
Right.
The path that he first went on of holding all that anger and that bitterness.
Right.
Yeah, man, especially towards his parents' killers, man.
Right.
And you already know, man.
So I think when it started, I was really excited. Like, okay, here we go. Like, this is what I'm looking for, I guess. If we're going to do the remakes again, let's get on track here and use that darkness. And, you know, like I said, the people of the city don't know. The cops are acting like, you know, when he's at the crime scene, why did you invite him here? What's he doing here? Like, he has no business being here. And they're kind of just feeling it out and trying to get a feel for, you know, is this guy a good guy or the bad guy? They even portrayed him potentially as the murderer, you know, the mystery murderer in this, because he, you know, had information other people didn't and stuff. So to that extent, I liked it, but I just don't feel like the rest of it fit in that well. Catwoman was pretty dope, though. I thought she was pretty good.
Catwoman was lovely, man.
Yeah, I thought she did a great job. I didn't have any issue with her character. Penguin, I was cool with. So, I don't know, man. Even honestly, the character of the Riddler, I don't know, like, I didn't like him, man. Like, it was weird. It was kind of like the guy you would, and I get, though, it fits the story because you would think he's like this, like, creepy serial killer kind of guy, and he's wearing this, like, weird gimp kind of gross leather sexual mask, but like, you know, guy in his basement breathing heavy when he's on the phone and stuff. Like, I don't know.
I thought he was doing some meditation acts when I first heard him.
Yeah. A little self-love meditation, maybe. I don't know. Didn't really hit the mark with me, though. You know, like I said, it just kind of, I'm left disappointed with it, which I was hoping I would not be, but yet again, you know, for me, and I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that's kind of where I'm at with it. Critter, you got anything else? Any final thoughts on it?
Mandy, I'll be honest with you, brother. I'd actually kind of like to go watch it again, man, just to get a different take. I was kind of the same as you, man. There were some parts, man, where I was almost literally falling asleep. I've never done that in a movie. Of course, I know.
I agree.
Later,
there were a couple times that I wanted to put the recliner back forward, right? Because it's like, I need to get my feet on the ground because I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Which, you know, even for, you know, we did catch the later show, but like, that's, like you said, that's never been an issue. I've never been trying to fight my eyes falling asleep, and there was probably 2 or 3 times in there that really could have put me out. Which for me, like I said, with a Batman movie, I think is very telling.
Yes.
And that for me is super disappointing because I want to be edge of my seat. Holy shit, make me choke on my popcorn and shit. Like, and this wasn't it.
Mindy, just another thing to add, brother, the very beginning of it. Of course, I'm not trying to ruin it for you out there and not trying to hate, but just, of course, the opinion. But, man, the very beginning, man, I felt could have gone so much better. And that was kind of, I can't think of the word, man, but kind of felt like how the rest of the movie was going to go.
Right.
It could have been a lot more epic, a little more suspenseful.
Right.
And it's just like kind of blah.
Yeah, it just kind of was blah.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
say, though, actually, one of my favorite parts was when I was confused because I may have dozed off for half a second and woke
Yeah.
up to a Fast and Furious movie because there was a car chase and Dom's charger and fire. And, you know, I was waiting for a quote about family and, and then I remembered he didn't have one.
Son of a man. Man, that part could have been so much more epic. That vehicle was badass.
Yeah,
by
it
the way.
was totally cool. But that's
Yeah.
all I could think of was, man, I may have dozed off and woke up into a Fast and Furious.
Yeah, dog. Yep.
Which I'm cool with because I love that shit.
Yep.
But anyway, I guess high hopes on to the next one, right? What do we got coming around the corner? What's coming out next? Gotta be something coming out, isn't there? What am I thinking? Doctor Strange is right on the corner.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, Obi-Wan. I guess they just dropped a new trailer.
Obi-Wan.
We need to probably check that out. Maybe do a reaction to that too.
Yep.
We'll see.
Man.
But anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Keep an eye out for the Ghost Arcade channel. We will be likely getting that up hopefully in the next couple days. Let me know what you guys think of Batman, though. Like I said, I've seen a handful of things out there. People saying it seems like more people liked it than didn't. So I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think. Hit me up on Instagram at Sector7 Podcast or leave me a comment down below on the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and do all that cool shit. Tell your friends about the channel. I appreciate you guys stopping in to listen to my bullshit every week. But anyway, same as always, guys. Stay safe and be good to each other. We'll see you in the next one. See you.